Welcome back to Learning to DIY. Sorry it's been a while since I put out a video. I've been dealing with some health issues that are ongoing, so eventually I have plans to really pick back up. So thanks for sticking with me through this. Today we're going to take a look at the Hypertough. There's a lot of these 4-volt cordless rotary tools being bought. I found one on clearance, but apparently this is part of the, I found out this is also part of the holiday sale, so I'm wondering if something was wrong with this one. But I wanted to compare it with a couple of other, well, one other cordless model, the Dremel 8220, also a corded Chicago Electric power tool, and the Dremel, this is an older Dremel Corded, and this is called the Multi-Pro. And then the Bauer, and it is so slim and tiny, but I also find it weak, even though it's corded. So let's do some tests, and they're going to be kind of subjective because I don't have a lot of measuring equipment, but I hope to actually have measuring equipment at some point here. Let's see if I can get these out of their package. It says it comes with a 20-piece accessory kit, so I'm assuming that's this. And let's see what we got in here. Totally unorganized, but I have another case where I keep these kinds of things organized, so hey, free case at least. So it looks like some cutting discs, black cutting discs, looks like a couple of larger sanding drums, a couple of polishing pads, a couple of grinding discs for grinding things, and one that comes with an insert, so, or a, for the, I'm going to forget all my terminology because I'm live. But anyway, more grinding. Actually comes with a little vinyl disc for cleaning, I think. And it comes with the drum holder, so at least you get that bit in there. Wire wheel, which this one is in pretty rough shape even to start with. It's kind of ruffled. That's what they get for shoving them all in there. So it does come with the holder for the cutting discs, and it looks like a little whatever they call those things. And this is the screw-on piece for the polishing pads, and it comes with a couple of diamond bit like carving discs, or you can use them actually several different ways. And of course the wrench, which is nice. And we'll get the thing out here. Well, that was pretty easy. And well, we're gonna, it appears to have 6 different speeds. So we got 6 different speeds. It's not very well highlighted there. This is kind of a rubberized tool, rubber, I forget what they call that again. And back here, it's rubber for good grip. Looks like power button, and they'll hold this down to load and unload and the different bits and that sort of thing. So it does come with a USB-C charging point, so we will have that. So let's go ahead and get her charged up, and then we'll compare it to the other ones we have here. We've got a full battery on the Dremel, and of course these all plug in. So let's get it charged up, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, we got a green light. We're all charged up and ready to go. So let's see what we can do here. Unfortunately, I had to film this part again. We had an issue with microphones. Okay, so this is the second time I'm filming this. What we're going to do is use the same cutting disc. And the first time I used all of these, it really cut down on the, it used up quite a bit of a disc. So we're going to do it again. Okay, so what we're going to do is do medium speed. So this has 1 through 6, or 1 through 6. So I'm going to put it on 3. And so it's going to be on setting 3. And we're going to use the same disc every time. And we're going to cut through a 1/4-inch bolt. This is a 3-inch long 1/4-inch bolt. And put on our glasses here. And we'll see how it cuts. And on medium speed for each of these, except for we'll see if we need to up it for some of them, see if they all have the same amount of power. So let's start with the Hypertough that we just unpackaged. You know what? Let's just do them all maximum. Whoa. Okay. It's overloading a few times, getting a little warm. There it is. So this is a stainless steel bolt. I don't know what I was using before, but it was much smaller, about half the size. So a 1/4-inch bolt is quite a bit of stainless steel to go through when you're talking about something 4 volts like this. I mean, because look, it says 4 volts. I mean, that's not much. And it does have the built-in LED. It's going to stay lit the whole time. And it's still got plenty of power left. So color me impressed, because I didn't think a 4-volt could cut through stainless steel like that. All right. So let's switch to the only other cordless, which is a 20, what is this? Yeah, 12 volt, sorry. Thought I was going to say 24. It's like, that's not right. Okay, 12 volt. So triple the volts, right? Should be a third of the time. We'll go ahead and crank this up about 3/4 of the way, because it has a really high top speed. Holy cow. So we are most of the way through, but it ate up the rest of that disc. Holy cow, we're going to have to get another cutter. Another cutting disc. That didn't happen last time, but like I said, we're dealing with a 1/4 inch. Oh, should have left it in there. Okay, let's try this again. We are, I don't know if you can see that. We are about, what about 80 or so % through that. Let's finish it off. Whoa, okay, that one broke. That was me putting too much pressure and then it slipped. So I needed to take it a little easier. If I put that much pressure though on the Hypertough, which I kind of did a couple of times, it did stop, but that wasn't bad. Okay, we're going to have to go with some, we have run through the Hypertough cutting discs, so I'm going to switch to another one. I don't think it'll be quite as fair. So I am 90% through that bolt. So let's see. We'll go with one of the Dremel brand. They are a little thicker, a little tougher. So I'm not sure if this is cheating. But let's see what we can do. Well, let's see how this one holds up through the next couple of cuts with the next Dremel, is the next rotary tool also. But we'll see if this makes a difference. Well, that was ready to fall off, so we were, what, 99% through that. Okay, so that is how this Dremel does. You can see it did not bog down, did not overload, did not stop. And it's been pretty powerful, pretty reliable, but that's the difference between 12 and 4 volts. Now, We're going to put it on this 5,000 to 35,000 Dremel Multi-Pro model 395. This is an older one I got from my father-in-law, and it has been very handy, and it's got a lot of miles on it, let me tell you. That one doesn't even need the... That's just its finger tightened down. So let's see how it does on here. And I'm going to turn it up about halfway or so, because this one has 35,000 RPMs. It's much higher. Okay, that one smoked through pretty quick. It did use up quite a bit of the disc, but this is a much sturdier disc. It's making a much thicker cut. Oh, got a little burn mark on my desktop bench top here. Guess I'll have to use that rubber mat. Anyway, that is the Dremel Model 395 Corded rotary tool. Now we're going to go to the Chicago Electric, and this goes up to 35,000 as well, 8,000 to 35,000. And do we have a model number on this? Might be this 57143. I do know that I picked this up off of the used tool rack, the returns, and so this was probably, these are, I know they're about $60 new, give or take. I know this is on sale right now for probably 15 or 20 bucks, but you can find them in the clearance aisle. Yeah, so this one was $12, normally $25. That included a bunch of attachments, a bunch of bits and stuff that I didn't really need that much. But I thought for $12, a corded, tool, it's probably fine. Somebody probably rented it like they do, or some people do. I don't do that, but some people do. Okay, so I don't like the inconvenience of the switch being back here, but maybe I can get used to it. Just get it in the right position. But we'll see how quick it goes through this and on medium speed. Whoa! Saw something go flying. I thought it was metal, but no, it was part of that disc. Okay, we're going through the disc today. I think that one held up a little bit better than the Hypertough disc. But I find that Dremel, when it comes to Dremel brand bits, I think they're better than anything I'm able to find out there. So, yeah, I keep forgetting I got to reattach this in order to unscrew that properly. But we were really close to cutting through that. We got about 90% of the way through that one. Okay, that's easier. Just break it. If the disc is already broken, just go ahead and break it to get it off of there. That's the other thing to consider once we switch discs. These are cutting through a thicker piece. But, I mean, this is just to give you a general idea. This is not super scientific testing. We're just seeing how they compare in an unequal manner, probably, but it's not awful. It's not awful to try different things. You might want to see how these discs work compared to the Hypertough to see how the bits that come with it compare. All right, let's get this out the rest of the way. Okay, once again, it was about 90% through, but that Chicago Electric seems to be working pretty good. Okay, I've got a jumbled mess of cords here now, but you can tell the difference between the thickness of the cord, the Chicago Electric and the Dremel, the difference in the thickness there. But let's see, quite a bit of a difference. And then the Bauer that we're getting ready to try out, you can see what that's like. It's very thin. So I don't expect much out of it. I have used this Bauer before, not very much, but I think we're going to find, as I show you, that it's probably more suitable for polishing or light sanding, stuff like that. Now, one thing I don't like about this design is the lock is right opposite the power. So if you have the power and you're like holding it like this on the power button, don't do that, because you will hit that lock at the same time and you'll hear this grinding sound. Not good. So don't do that. As far as the other designs, before I try this last one, I like this. The only rubberized part is this, and it's a pretty hard rubber. It's not like the soft rubber. And the soft rubber you can see on a lot of tools. They use this rubber molding, except that it did not stick for a long time. Most tool manufacturers have fixed that, but you know, that's seen a lot of miles. So this one has the same thing as the Chicago Electric, a little rubberized kind of molding up here, and a little bit on the front around the logo, a little bit on the back, but the sides are just plastic. And with this one, you do have rubberized up around this collar, and this is somewhat rubberized. The black and the silver is not. The silver is the hard tool plastic. So this one, everything that's black is the rubberized, and the tool plastic is red. So I'm going to crank it all the way up to 5. It only goes to 5 because this will bog down even at this. So let's give it a shot. Overload. And I was not pressing, I swear. Just letting the weight of the tool sit there. And that's just the weight of the tool, guys. Well, that is going to take forever to get through there if I don't put any pressure on it. So I'm going to put a little pressure. We'll see what happens. Overload. Okay, well, we're not even a quarter of the way through it. You can see it's just taken a little bit off of there, and that's going to take forever, so I'm not going to put you through that. Suffice it to say, this one is a fail, cutting through a 1/4-inch stainless steel. But the Chicago and the cordless Dremel and the corded Dremel did well. This one, with a little effort, went through it. I'm really surprised that 4 volts can do this. I'm kind of anxious to get my hands on a Ryobi or some of the other brands just to see how they compare with their full 4-volt line. But hey, for whatever it is, 15, 20 bucks, 10 bucks if you get it on clearance. This is pretty nice. It doesn't come with a case or anything, and I recommend that, you know, you can use the case that comes with it, but there are disadvantages. So yeah, I'll be adding what's left here to my case, and that's probably about the hardest thing you'll do is cut through metal on these. So that's where power comes in handy. So that's pretty much the rotary tool comparison that I've come up with. Thank you very much for joining me, and thanks for learning all this stuff with me.